Hello, hello my lovely, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a project pan tag, and I'm doing this because I was watching Kat's Kitchenich video this morning and she was answering some questions you had for her about project panning and why she did it, what type of product she likes to pan, stuff like that. So I was like, that's kind of interesting. I also looked up if other people were doing project pan tags as well. I have seen some gals doing it, so we'll have them linked down below. They have some different questions than I came up with because I wanted to answer these questions. But if you are a creator, then please consider doing this tag because I think it's fun, and I think in January a lot of people are starting project panning or thinking about project panning, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do a tag. So tag me if you are doing this one because I would love to hear your input. And if this is your first time here, then hi, welcome. My name is AnneChris and on my channel I love to play with colorful makeup. That is just my jam. I love colorful makeup, but I also work a corporate job, so for me it is very important to keep my looks a little bit more wearable, a little bit more presentable. So I do colorful makeup, but I keep the looks a little bit more wearable. I know people hate that word, but that is what I do here on my channel. I also love to review new makeup, also love to do hauls, but I mainly love to just use the stuff I have. So I am doing a few projects this year. I love panning. I love getting to know my collection because I have a lot of junk and I need to get to know them. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, then please consider subscribing. I upload 2 times a week and sometimes I throw in a bonus video, but I'm trying to get to 3 times a week. So always something fun to watch. I'm going to do somewhat of a get ready with me for this video. I want to use my project pan products and answer these questions at the same time. I have the questions all linked down below, so you can do this tag if you want to as well. And if you're not a creator, then please answer them anyway, just down below in the comments. I'm just going to do my makeup as we go along. I'm going to start off with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot because that is what I always do. I already primed my eyebrows and I did a bit of a scrub for my lips, and I put on some Laneige mask on there. I'm almost done. Look at this. Almost done. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm actually thinking of repurchasing this one. I just don't know if it's going to be in Painterly or soft ochre, but I'm seriously contemplating buying it again. That's kind of funny. The first question I came up with is, why do you project pan? Why are you panning? Why is it something you like to do? For me, it started because I was watching a lot of YouTube like in the era of 2016, 2017, and I started my own channel I think in 2018, late 2018. And I had a lot of stuff already in my collection, and I was like, okay, you know what? What is this? What is this project panning thing? And I noticed, for me, it was also a view thing. Because if you have a channel, starting channel, and I have a channel for now almost 3 years. Well, 3 years now. Over 3 years. It is important to see what people want to watch. It was like, okay, I'm just going to kill 2 flies with 2 birds with 1 stone. And I am going to do project panning videos because I see people watching them and I have a lot of stuff and I want to get to know my collection a little bit more. So that is why I started it out initially. But now I am like, okay, I think it is important to get a little bit of use out of my collection. And also to make sure that you get to know products. Because if you are a YouTuber like I am, then you can get lost a little bit in like trying a lot, buying a lot, and then having it sit there in your drawer. And yeah, that's a bit of a waste. I am going to choose, I am also doing a palette project, and these are the palettes I'm doing for this month. I want to use all my products or my eyeshadow palettes this year, so I'm going to try and do that. I'm wearing something black, so I used Berlin yesterday, so I don't want to use that again, but yesterday I was also wearing black. Am I going to do the same thing? I'm going to just go into Berlin at first. Is this Berlin Underground by Nomad Cosmetics. I bought their Vault a few years back and I'm going to use them all this month. I'm going to start out with Tickles. This one, maybe it's in German, I don't know. Then, how did you find out about panning? Well, as I said, I started watching some creators because I was looking at, okay, what are people watching nowadays? And of course you had, I think that around 2018 or 2017, Hannah Louise Poston was really big. I never really watched her channel because that is a question that is coming up because I don't really I don't really follow people that do mainly project panning. I will watch a project pan update video of the creators I already love and watch. But when I started really into thinking, okay, this could be for me, this could be interesting, was when I saw the ladies from Beauty News talking about it, and they were talking about it on their separate channel. So this was before they started the Team Project Pan, because I think they started that in 2019. So this was before that, and I was just looking up some projects to do. So I was doing Fantastic Ladies, I think, and I was following along some sort of a full face, and I think that is how I started. I don't even know for sure what type of videos I did. I did two, and it quickly became one, because I do love project panning, but it's not something, it's not the be all and end all for me. So yeah, I am going to do somewhat of a darker color, so a darker look today. So I'm going into this deep purple, which is called a Love Parade. And I think they have a Love Parade in Berlin. That is how I found out about project panning, just through other creators, and mainly because of the Beauty News girls. And I was just looking at some smaller creators to see what they were doing and following along, so that was fun. The third question is, what type of project pan do you do? And I love to do a rolling project pan, so I'm doing a rolling project pan now. I'm following along with the Team Project Pan, and I'm also giving you an update for the samsquadpan. There's a samsquad group, a Facebook group. It's started by Samantha March here on YouTube, and she has it on Facebook, and that Facebook group wants to do a project pan together. So I'm just going to give an update, and it's going to be for the Team Project Pan and for the samsquadpan project, because I'm not going to do a few projects just to have videos up. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to go into East Side Gallery. This one, it's like a steely gray, so it is going to be a dark look today, guys. It's going to be a dark look. So that is what I'm going to do. Just a rolling project pan. If I finish something, I will put something else in that category in. And that is how I do my project pan, because I like that. I like to have this, it's in a drawer down here. I have all my project pan stuff in there. It's a full face. I don't have to think about what I need to pull or need to get out of my collection. I don't have to have a lot of decision making in the morning. I think it is really nice, especially if you are in a hurry. So that is why I always do a rolling project pan for full face. And I am mainly focusing on makeup. I'm not really doing a lot of body products, skincare, hair care, because I'm okay in that category. I don't buy too much there. I buy and I use. It's not like I have an overflow of skincare, overflow of like hair care. And it's the same for, like, sometimes I have a category for now. For example, I don't have a mascara I need to pan because I don't have that many mascaras. I don't have an overflow of mascaras, so I'm not panning a mascara. I don't need to. Next question is, what do you like most about panning? The thing I like most is that I get some use out of my collection. I'm going back into Love Parade, and I'm going to cover that East Side Gallery a little bit because the steel grey is really clashing. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I think I'm going to go into the wall next. It's more of like a greenish grey, and I think it could look cool, or it's going to backfire very, very much. We will see. No, I think it's okay. It's a bit weird of a look, a bit of a dark, sultry, weird look, but I kind of like it. It's not too out there, so you are using some colors, but it's not too weird. You can get creative, but it's not too weird. What I like the most about panning is that, and this may sound a little bit weird, but it takes the guessing out of me, out of my morning routine. So that is mainly what I love about it. I always have some stuff lying around that I can use as my makeup. And what I also think is nice about a panning project is that you get some use out of your project, but that you also see your collection just shrinking down a little bit. I have some categories where I'm like, I don't even know what to pan this year. For example, mascara. I've been working through all my samples last year. They're gone now. And I'm like, I don't have anything to pan in the mascara department. And that is nice. It's a nice feeling to know that you don't have to pan something in some sort of a category. So that is really, really nice. I'm going to clean up on my under eyes. And I'm just going to prep my skin for the next question. What do you like the least about panning? What I like the least about panning, or I think what I like least about doing videos about project panning, is that I have to keep up with my results. And this sounds a bit stupid because I think it would be something a lot of people like to see when they are weighing their products to see how much progress they make. I couldn't care less. I'm like, okay, I want to use stuff up. I want to either use it up, use like a centimeter, or use it for 3 months. So I'm going to use it for like 1 season. That is what I like to do. And I'm not like, oh my god, I used 3 grams of powder. I don't care. I don't care. If I see it shrinking down a little, yeah, that is nice. But it mainly, if I use something up and I have a category in my makeup collection that is under control, that is what I like about panning. So I like weighing and putting it in my spreadsheet so I can tell you about it. Silly enough, that is the thing I hate the most, because it's just sitting at my desk doing something on my computer and weighing stuff, and then the scale turns off and then I have to measure it through a tape thingy. No, that is what I don't like about it. This is a pore filling primer and it's almost gone. It's the Smashbox one. I have 2 minis, so when I'm done doing finishing this one or emptying this one, panning this one, I am going to use the other one up. It's a nice one. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's pore filling. It's very silicone-y, but it makes sure that the foundations I use slide over it really well. I'm going to use my least favorite foundation. That is something I don't like about project panning as well. Sometimes you pan products you don't really like. And this is the Bare Minerals Original foundation. I don't like this product. So I'm just going to use it for a few months and see if I can get some use out of it, if I can get it to work, and if I don't, then it's going to go bye-bye. The next question, what product do you like panning the most? I would say foundations, because you get some, it goes really fast. So foundations, maybe primer, but I sometimes forget my primer. So mainly foundations for me is something I really love to pan. Also because you get, if you use a foundation for a very it's like any length of time. If you have a lot of foundations, you tend to rotate between your collection. You get that one, you get that one. For me, because I have a larger, I have like a dry spot on my nose, and because I'm using a powder foundation, it is showing. I don't like this foundation. My god, I hate this foundation. So for me, foundation is the most fun because I have a lot of foundations and I always feel the pressure of using them all. I have a few favorites, yes, but I always feel like the pressure of using them. And if I can pan one, then one, it's not a guilt trip, because I have to use that one more because, you know, it's in my project pan. And also, what I also love about foundation is that you get a good feel for, if you use a foundation any length of time, you get a better feel of what it does, because you know at a certain point you know how it will perform with certain primers on certain days, on certain conditions, and that is I love about. I really like panning foundations because of that, and I already have like opinions on what I love about certain eyeshadows or certain eyeshadow formulas. I don't really care, but because I have a lot of foundations and I rotate between them, I think it's nice to just concentrate for a few months on one, so you can actually get an opinion on that. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer, and this is the Pretty Fresh concealer by Colourpop, this one. Okay, what is my next question? What product do you like panning the least? I had to think about this a little bit, and I think for me, I don't like to pan blushes and highlighters, maybe, but the reason for that is because it takes you so long and you're using like one blush the whole year, and if you're lucky, you get a dip in it, and otherwise you won't. So for me, panning like face products like that, I don't like to do that. It's a lot of work. You're using them for so long, and if you have a few blushes, that's not That's not what you want to do, basically. Next question is, do you feel like you're neglecting the rest of your product? Do you feel like, oh, I'm using the Mineral Veil, the mini, can you see? There's the H. You can see the H? It's by Hourglass. It's the, what's it called? The Veil Translucent Setting Powder. It's in the mini. That is what I'm panning and using right now. I'm going to put some on my under eyes, and I'm going to put some on my under eyes because the rest is already powder. Yeah. I'm not going to put powder on top of powder. That would be a bit weird. When it comes to the rest of my collection, yes, this was a problem for me. I felt like because I was project panning and concentrating on certain products, I was neglecting the rest. I had a moment where I was like, I don't even know what is in my collection anymore because I'm just using these project pan stuff. And it takes a while to really pan a product. It takes a while. And I was like, okay, I want to get some use out of my collection as well. I'm going to use my eyeliner. This is the Benefit Roller Liner. I'm just going to put a small little line down here. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm neglecting the rest of my collection. How am I going to fix that? And how am I going to fix this eyeliner? Well, sort of. What I've been trying to do with my project is I'm switching out a lot of products. A lot of products every 3 months. So every quarter I just change a lot of products because I want to get some new stuff in. And I'm just looking at, okay, I have been using, for example, I've been using a foundation, the number 7 foundation. I really like that foundation, but the pump broke during those 3 months. So I was like, okay, done. I'm throwing the product away. The same goes for this product, the Bare Minerals one. If I can make it work, I'm going to pan the whole thing. If I can't, I'm just going to throw it away. I've used it for 3 months. I've got some good use out of it. I've got a lot of product out. I just didn't finish it fully, but I don't like it. I don't love it, so it's going. So that is what I try to do now to keep it more interesting. So I'm switching up my products regularly, and I'm also using this project pan to get to know my collection. And saying, okay, this can go, this can stay. And sometimes I have a foundation where I'm like, or a product, I'm like, oh, I really love this. I don't want to get rid of it, even though I have used it for 3 months. Exhibit A, this is my Lash Brag by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a small mini one. I love this. I love this. I'm going to use it now because I don't have a mascara in my project anyway. But I really like this. I'm also going to do a eyeshadow project this year. I'm making a lot of noise. I already said I am using these 4 palettes by Nomad. What I'm doing, I'm going to use every palette I have from one brand. If I have 4 or more. If I have less than 4, then I'm going to pull 2 brands where I have like 4 or less palettes from, and then I'm going to use them both. And I'm going to use them the whole month, and I'm going to sort of rank them. Yeah, kind of rank them or review them at the end because I want to get through my whole eyeshadow collection this year. My eyeshadow palette collection. So not my singles, my eyeshadow palette collection. I just want to use them all at least once and then know at the end of the year what I'm going to declutter. I didn't show you. I am trying to pan, you heard this correctly, the woman that gets so bored by using one blush, one highlighter, one bronzer for the whole year is going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and at least hit pan, but I hope I'm going to finish this bronzer. This is Sunny Honey. I'm also going to try to pan either of these blushes, but I think realistically it's going to be Pink Sand. And I am going to try and hit a teeny bit of pan on this one, Satin Sheets. I know, who am I? I know, but this is one of my oldest palettes in my collection, face palettes in my collection. It still smells really nice. It's still performing somewhat okay, but I never reach for this anymore. But I really do like the product, so I don't want to just throw it away. I want to get some use out of it. So this is going to be a product I'm going to use the whole year. But I'm getting sidetracked. The next question is, did your makeup habit, like makeup buying habits, change while starting project panning? I don't know if it's necessarily the project panning that has done that, or just the fact that if you are like somewhat of a makeup hoarder like I am, your collection is gonna grow. That is just the nature of it. You're not going to, if you buy a lot of makeup, you're not going to use it up quickly enough, because the only thing what did change for me when I started project panning was that I got a feel of how long it takes me to, for example, pan a foundation. It takes me at least 3 months with regular everyday use, which I don't do because I don't wear makeup every day, to finish a concealer. So if you have 4 in your collection, that is going to have you covered for the whole year. That is somewhat of an eye-opening thing for me. That was something like, okay, yeah, that is okay. Okay, so that changed. I don't buy every foundation I see or want to. If I want to review it, like I did the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, I knew I was going to get that foundation quickly enough to get it up on time for you to see if you wanted to get it, also to get some views out of it. So then I buy it, and that is maybe a little bit weird because it's kind of calculating, you know. But I am also, next to being a beauty makeup lover, I'm also a YouTuber. So Denver. So as I was saying before Denver started barking, aside from being a makeup and beauty lover, I'm also a YouTuber. So you buy certain products just to review them. But I don't buy products to review if I think I won't like it. So I try to just keep that collection for me somewhat of a usable and fun collection to have. Next up, I'm going to do my brows with this Max Factor. I don't know what it's called anymore because it wore off. Product, but I do enjoy this one. It's not bad. So that is what what changed for me, is mainly how long does it take me to finish something, and do I really need it then? So for me, it's more, I think my spending habits is more changing because I notice that I'm buying a lot of the same stuff. I don't know my collection enough to really say what type of lip products, for example, I need. Do I have enough nudes? Do I have... For example, the other day I was doing my makeup and I had this like cool toned, it wasn't really berry, it wasn't really purple, but somewhere in between. I was using the She's in Parties eyeshadow palette by Melt, and I didn't really have a lippy that was cool toned enough to accompany that. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So what I'm gonna do, and that is what has changed, like the project pan mindset is getting to know my collection and getting use out of my collection. So for me, in that way, it changed my spending habits, because I was like, okay, I don't need to buy the next nude or the next pinky lipstick because I have a lot of those already. I am going to see what is in my collection, and then I'm going to buy new products, but I'm going to buy them very intentionally. So that is what has changed project panning in my psychology when it comes to buying makeup. Okay, next question is, what is your biggest pan accomplishment, or your biggest project pan accomplishment? I'm going to use this brow setter by NYX. It's the tinted brow mascara in chocolate. I think what was my biggest accomplishment is even doing one, because I'm not really someone that is sticking to like one project. I'm not like that. So that is something, just pushing through. Next thing I'm going to use is this NARS, what's it called? NARS Do Me Baby. It's like a pencil and a lipstick in one, and I really do love this color with this eye look. So my biggest accomplishment was finishing the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, because it's really big, that tube, and I had it for years, and I found a way to use it up by being more creative and not using it as a concealer, because I couldn't use it as a concealer. It was too dark. My camera stopped, so I don't know where I was, but the biggest accomplishments were the Too Faced concealer and also the HD Liquid foundation by Catrice, because that is a very large... Well, the thing is, it is a very full coverage, so you don't use a lot. It's a dropper, so it's like liquidy, so it spreads very well, and the bottle isn't that small. So I was really happy that I finally finished that one. And then my last question is, do you follow or watch a lot of people who do Project Pan? So as I said in the beginning, I don't. I only watch a few updates of like Haley or a Cat, because I think they're just nice creators. So if a creator does a Project Pan, I will watch the update if I watch everything from that person because I like them. But other than that, I don't seek them out. To be honest, things like this give me anxiety. This is not project panning to me. This is just drilling a hole in your eyeshadow palette. This is not using it naturally, or what's it called? Organically. This is not using your eyeshadow palette organically. This is just drilling holes and just saying, oh, look at me, I'm panning an eyeshadow palette. No, it's give me anxiety. So no. So no, I don't watch a lot of project panning because I don't think it's that interesting to hear if someone used a gram of something. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. But I do watch them of the creators I really love already. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching. If you are a creator, then please answer these questions in your own video and tag me. I will watch that. I promise you, I will watch that. And if you don't have a channel, then please answer the questions if you want to down below, because I'm really curious what makes your project panning habit tick. Please let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw, and please consider subscribing because I would love to see you in my next one. Bye!